It all began when I decided to take a well-deserved break from work. Feeling overwhelmed, I planned a vacation to a foreign country with my best friend. It was meant to be a time of relaxation, discovery, and fun. Little did I know, it would change my life in unexpected ways. While exploring this beautiful country, my friend introduced me to one of her friends, a wealthy and influential man well known in the area. He was charming, charismatic, and immediately took an interest in me. We spent time together during my stay, and he seemed genuinely interested in getting to know me better. However, like all vacations, mine eventually came to an end, and I returned home. A few days after my return, I received an unexpected call from the wealthy man. He said he wanted to visit me and asked if I could reserve a hotel for him. I agreed and made the arrangements. When he arrived, we met up along with my best friend, who was thrilled to see him. After a pleasant evening together, I dropped him off at his hotel and went home. The following day, he called me with a surprising complaint. He said, "I came all this way to see you. Why would you leave me to sleep alone?" I explained that it was the first time we were spending time alone, and I didn't feel comfortable staying overnight. However, I promised to spend the next evening with him. True to my word, I visited him after work and stayed the night at his hotel. He gave me one of his t-shirts to wear, and while we cuddled and shared a few romantic moments, felt intimate but also respectful. Soon, he returned to his country, and life returned to normal, or so I thought. Not long after, I began to notice strange changes in my life. Things that had always come easily to me, luck, opportunities, and even attention from men, it seemed to vanish. I had always been a beautiful, confident woman, admired by many and often showered with gifts without asking. But suddenly, my life felt drained. Men no longer pursued me, and financial opportunities became scarce. I felt as though I was a shadow of my former self. One day, while at a petrol station, I saw a young, beautiful girl. Something about her drew me in, so I struck up a conversation. To my surprise, I discovered we lived in the same neighborhood. I offered her a ride home, and during our drive, I confided in her about the strange downturn in my life. She listened attentively and then told me about a man who could help me. Intrigued, I agreed to meet him. A few days later, the young woman and I were at a restaurant when the man she had mentioned walked in. She introduced us, and I explained my situation. He listened carefully and then shared his insight. "The man you spent time with," he said, "drained your energy. That's why things have been so difficult for you. But don't worry, I can help restore what was taken from you." Desperate for a solution, I trusted him. Over the following weeks, he worked with me to restore my energy and balance. Slowly but surely, my life returned to normal. Opportunities reappeared, and I began to feel like myself again. My confidence was back, and my world seemed bright once more. Then, to my greatest surprise, the wealthy man from my vacation called me again. This time, he was not just calling to chat. He proposed to me, saying he wanted me to be his wife and promising to give me everything I could ever desire. Conflicted, I turned to the man who had helped me for advice. He listened and then said, "Now that your energy has been restored, he feels your strength and vitality again. That's why he's reaching out to you. Be careful. Not everyone who enters your life has good intentions. Some people are on a mission, and you must protect yourself." His words resonated deeply with me. I realized how important it was to be mindful of the people I allowed into my life. Some connections are enriching, while others can drain you of your essence and leave you struggling to rebuild. This experience taught me a valuable lesson: not everyone who seems charming or well-meaning has your best interest at heart. I learned to guard my energy, trust my intuition, and seek guidance when faced with uncertainty. Life is a journey filled with lessons, and I'm grateful for the people who helped me find my way back to myself.